If you've ever walked out to your pepper plants and noticed white, leathery patches on the fruit, especially on the side facing the sun, you're probably dealing with Sunscald. It's frustrating, but it's also preventable. And today I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. I'll explain why it happens and share exactly what I'm doing to keep it from damaging more of my harvest than it already has. Sunscald usually shows up as white, tan, pale, or yellow blotches on the side of the pepper that gets direct sunlight. Over time, these spots can turn thin and papery, and if they go too far, like this one has, the fruit can start to rot in these damaged areas. It happens when the outer tissue of the pepper gets too much intense, direct sunlight, especially during hot weather. What's actually happening is that the fruit cells are overheating and breaking down faster than they can repair themselves. Kind of like a sunburn on our skin. Without enough leaf cover to shade them, the peppers get exposed and can't handle the stress. Sunscald is especially common after pruning, after pest damage, or a disease causes leaf drop. Basically anything that removes the shade that this plant's fruit relies on. But not always does this happen. For example, I haven't done any pruning of my peppers, but you can see that they have lots of exposure to the sun. And even if the plant is healthy, too much sun on bare fruit can cause problems, as you can see. I started noticing that Sunscald is much worse here in this part of my garden, the one that gets full southern sun. In my large garden, I didn't see it quite as much, partly because the nearby trees offered some dappled shade. When you see Sunscald, it's disheartening. You finally got your peppers to fruit, and sometimes that feels like that takes forever, and now this happens. You may wonder if there's any way to salvage that fruit. Thankfully, if the damage is minor, you can usually cut around it and still use the pepper. But once most of the pepper starts getting soft and starting to rot, it's best to compost it. And even if it doesn't rot away, these spots can shorten the storage life of the pepper. So even if there is a side that is undamaged, use it quickly, or do what I do, chop it and then put it in the freezer to use in the off season. Obviously, in my garden, this has become a big problem because so many of my fruit have been affected. To keep this from happening to the rest of my peppers and the ones that are still developing, I'm gonna add a 30% shade cloth over this bed. It filters the harshest of the sun, but still allows enough light for the plants to grow and fruit. I'm using these tall Gardener's Supply hoops so that there's plenty of airflow underneath the peppers, and also because the peppers can have some more room to grow taller underneath the shade. I'm going with a 30% shade cloth here, and you may have watched last week's video where I put the shade cloth on the lettuce plants, and I decided to go with a 50% shade cloth for the lettuce just because I felt like the 30 didn't give the lettuce enough shade in the heat of the summer, but this will be perfect for peppers. I'm gonna secure this a little bit just to prevent any kind of windstorm from blowing it off, but I don't want to secure it so much that it's gonna be a pain to have to come in here and harvest. One more thing, it's easy to confuse Sunscald with blossom end rot, a condition that's more known on tomatoes but can also happen to peppers. But they're actually two totally different issues. Sunscald shows up on the side of the fruit exposed to the sun. It's usually bleached or papery looking. Blossom end rot, on the other hand, is a dark, sunken spot at the bottom of the fruit where the flower used to be. That's caused by a calcium imbalance or inconsistent watering, not sun exposure. Sunscald might be common, but it's manageable. While I'm dealing with it on peppers, it's also common on tomatoes. Either way, a little bit of shade goes a long way in keeping your fruiting plants healthy and productive. You may need to add some shade cloth like I'm doing, but also consider cutting back, no pun intended, on pruning. The natural canopy of these plants provides the best option. That way the leaves above can get the sun they need while the fruit below gets the shade they need. But when that's not always possible, shade cloth is a good solution. I hope this was helpful for you, and if you're in your garden doing garden work, it's always fun to listen to a garden podcast. If you're looking for one, check out mine, the Beginner's Garden Podcast. We've got 7+ years of episodes to keep you learning while you're in your garden. Whether you find it here on YouTube or you find it in your favorite podcasting app, I hope to be in your earbuds soon.